Hello and welcome to the second of our Stardew Valley plays. In the previous video I showed you where I was clearing some of my yard to plant crops, and as you can see I made a bit of a mess of my first couple of rows, but given the fact that this is early stage yet in the farm, it's not too much of a problem. At the moment you can see me clearing bushes and things to make things a little bit more accessible, and just to tidy up the front area of the house. Now you'll see that it's quite late in the day, so I'm doing this just to finish off the day itself, so that it's not so much of an issue. I'm not posting a full playthrough as a blow-by-blow account. I'm just taking highlights from when I've done certain things. So I'm just finishing off this particular day, storing things and then saving. And as you can see, I've got a couple of mixed seeds. I've got a geode in there, and I went to the blacksmith, who is the one who processes geodes, and I was quite disappointed with what I got. In fact, it was I believe clay and 5 stones, so for 25 gold I didn't get a lot. Now, without giving a lot away, there is a gentleman that if you go to view his collection, tells you that the previous incumbent left, and as in games such as Animal Crossing and in some of the Harvest Moons, you have a collector who will take various items off you. It's always good to pick up whenever you see free flowers or anything like that, because they can be given as gifts, and as you can see, it is raining cats and dogs, and as a result I am not going to spend any time watering my farm. I instead am going to go to the beach, and I'm going to use my lovely new bamboo pole. Now, the title of this video is Fishing Fails 1, mainly because I think that it will be a long time before I'm proficient at the fishing minigame, and I think that many hours will probably be taken with me trying to up said skill. Now, at the moment my skill is at 0, as it is with everything, and here you can see what you can do when you get the fishing pole. Now, the game itself is quite straightforward. You equip the pole and you hold the button down until the bar fills up for the cast, and then, as in similar games such as World of Warcraft and Rift, you get a notification. Now, this is the difference. You now have the mini game where you have to keep the green bar behind the little fish. The longer it's behind the fish, the more the bar on the right hand side goes up until it reaches the top, and if it reaches the bottom, it's game over and fish is lost. Now you can see that's given me basically that's given me a pity fish, because there is no way that that would have landed under normal circumstances. And you'll see me talk about the fishing here, because pretty much this is a sit back and laugh as the game rewards me with pity seaweed, with pity fish, and you can see just how bad I am. Now you can see the proprietor of the fish shop walk in, because he's just opened, because it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I am an early bird and I'm going to spend all day fishing. There we go, we've now got another hit, and yeah, I am terrible. Just look at, and there it goes, it's got away. Now that could have been worth something, or it could have been another tiddler like the sardine that I've already got. I really am quite bad at this. This is probably going to be the hardest skill for me to level in the game, because I am so notoriously bad. Now, Harvest Moon, in all its incarnations, hasn't been as bad as this, and I'm pretty terrible at most fishing minigames, such as the one in Dark Cloud. The only ones that I have any real success with are the ones where as soon as you get the little hit, it's a randomised number. So yeah, in World of Warcraft that would have been a fish or something, and it's got away because I suck. Yes, so as I was saying, in World of Warcraft and Rift and several other massive multiplayer online games, these hits would have been skill checks. Now this is an interesting one. If you can catch the fish and get the bar across with the chest, then you get both fish and chest. As you can see, I get neither, because if I haven't said it enough now, I suck. And I'm not doing too badly on this one. Oh no, I've lost it. Yay, I'm all the way at the top and the fish is at the bottom. And as you can see that I'm so bad. You can also see that my energy is hardly dropping on the right hand side of the screen, on the bottom right. Now, this is a bit promising. This looks like this could be a pity fish. Yes, yeah, and it's given me a pity fish, and it's a herring. Okay, that's a new one for me. I've got my inventory full, so I shall now go and sell said fishies and things that I've collected on the beach. Which, when you look at it, that's not bad going, considering that that's what, 660. I started off with 500. That's not a bad haul at all, considering how rubbish I am, and 2 of those items were free that I picked up, and the seaweed. And it's now, I've been at this a couple of hours in game. There we go, just hit 11:20. Now the amount of time that I've spent in games like World of Warcraft, which doesn't have a timer, so it doesn't tell you how long that you've been playing and doesn't have a daily cycle, or Rift or other MMOs, and yeah, this fish has got away as well. Oh, fishy fish. I bet you all wish all fishermen were like me, because then you wouldn't have to worry about being caught, and you could all go home to your fish husbands and wives and fish children, because you'd always get away with my bait. This really is quite shocking. I know I've got no skill in game, but it's almost like I've got no skill in real life as well. It really is quite bad, just how bad I am at this game. Yay, there we go, got another chance of trying to get a hit, and this looks like it's trying to take it easy for me, and oh no, I've lost it. No, I've got it. Yay! Oh, it's a new record, a 2-inch sardine, and something of a pity fish, because that wasn't the most difficult what it's given me. Still, I managed to catch a fish. So if I do this, then maybe in a couple of game years I might actually have a halfway decent fishing skill. I've no idea. Oh, missed it completely there, too busy talking. I really do need to be better at these things. Now, I don't quite know how the system works for having your upgraded. Oh yay, some broken glasses, just what I always wanted. I don't know quite how the system works for the skill ups. I know that in other games the mechanism has been you gain XP by using the and there it is, tempting me with another chest, and I've gone and lost the fish when it was almost in the bag. Come on, get the fishy, and it's escaped. Where was I? Oh yes, in other variations of this kind of game, you would use the tool, and the more you used it, then the more experience it would gain, and then you would upgrade it, and it was the item, the weapon, the tool that you were using that was gaining the experience. In this, you have personal experience, and then you have weapon, and then you have upgrades to your tools. So quite how that's going to work with the upgraded tools, whether or not you need certain skill points to gain access to the use of certain things, I don't know. That's yet to be seen. One thing that I have noticed is that if you level up certain areas, like foraging, then you have an associated item tool use and recipes that you can use as well. Now we're getting on for mid-afternoon in the game, which meant that I've spent all day fishing for not much gain, which means that it'll soon be the end of this rainy day, which means that I will soon put the bamboo pole away and I will duck my head. Yay, more seaweed. It's almost like it's pitying me. And return back to my humble abode, having earned a pittance and spent a tenth of a pittance on food, he says with shifty eyes. Yes, he has to eat somehow. I imagine that he keeps something back. And waits for another day to go fishing again. Now, oh, is it going to give me a pity fish? Pity fish, pity fish, pity fish. Yes, it's a pity fish. Yay, more money. And then I will go back and do something else. As I was saying, you learn different skills and you learn different crafting things. And I will now call it good night with this final seaweed. Good night.